Good day, everyone. My name is Odinka, and welcome to the SME Chat. Can you please tell us about yourself, school, and course?
Thank you very much, Odinka, and good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sunkanmi Adaramola. Presently, I run an SME, audit and tax consulting firm. It's called Heritage Strategies and Consulting Limited. Having worked in the banking industry for almost 20 years, I felt it was time for me to move on to something else. And I'm also a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, so it becomes very easy for me to switch from banking to consulting.
Okay. If I may ask, what is unique about your business?
Now, my kind of business is strategic and it's a consulting firm, so it comes in very handy. It's a service industry, and we appeal to every of our clients because at some point or the other, our clients need our services, so it makes it unique. It's something that every business, every company, every corporation should adopt.
Okay. What was your mission at the point of starting the business? What did you hope to accomplish?
Now, thinking back, at the beginning of my work career, I felt like, okay, yes, work for someone for 20 years, then move on to something else, something personal now, that you could serve customers, you could have your own, something you could hold on to and say, this is what I'm doing. And that's basically what's motivating us to do this. And as a good citizen, every corporation is expected to pay tax, expected to run a business. When you run a business, you're expected to do a check and balance and see how the business is growing. And be a good citizen of the country, pay taxes. That's why we come in very handy.
Okay. How did you raise the finance to start your business?
Now, for every startup, I'm a financial expert, so that's a very simple one. For every startup, you expect a startup to raise its own test from the savings for a startup business. No bank or no company will borrow you funds for a startup business. So you need to fall back on your own personal savings, friends, or close family relations to help you. But for my kind of business, it wasn't quite cash intensive to start up. Like I said, it's audit and tax consulting, so we didn't need much cash to start up. So from my personal savings, I was able to mobilize what I needed, and we started.
Okay. Even how you started with your personal cash, how were you able to balance your books and separate personal from the business?
Now, I'm an accountant. I trained for several years with one of the big four audit firms in the country, Deloitte and Williams. So, in the course of my training and on-the-job experience, I've learned a lot on personal finances and keeping your proper books of account. And if I'm as a consultant, if I want to teach companies and organizations how to run their own business and separate their personal finances from their corporation, then I should be a living example. So I'm able to manage. I'm a financial expert, so it's nothing out of the ordinary for me.
Okay. As a business owner, what are your top 3 priorities?
Now, talking about priorities for a startup, the number 1 priority is to grow our business, grow our clients, and at the same time manage our portfolio without going outside our budget. So I would say number 1 priority for us is growth. We want to grow. We're a startup. We started like 2 years ago, and we want to see ourselves in a couple of years. I won't say dominating the industry, because that would be a tall order where you have the big four. But the big four, they are human beings like us that are running those
been your most challenging issue running a business?
Yes, most challenging issues in running a business in Nigeria, when you look at the business environment in Nigeria, is a very tough one, especially for startup businesses where finances is a major issue. You realize that nobody wants to commit funds into your kind of business. But like I said earlier, our kind of business is not so cash intensive. So financing has not been a major issue for us. The major issue for us is running business in an environment, in a growing economy like Nigeria, where you have the government knocking on your door, the local government is there, the state government is there. And incidentally, Nigeria moved up the ladder recently where the ease of doing business, Nigeria was able to move up the ladder, but come on, that's not the kind of move up the ladder. It's not something that we should celebrate yet. I'm looking at a situation where everything becomes so easy and the government policies encouraging to every startup business. Yes, for us, in last year, one of the government policies that really encouraged us was this VAIDS, Voluntary Asset and Income Declaration. So you see every corporation that proud to that time were not paying taxes or we're so willing to pay taxes. Everybody came on board embracing that policy. So the government policy was favorable to us. So we're catching on that and we were able to make a good inroad.
Okay. How do you advertise your business?
Okay. Advertising businesses in this social media age is very swift and good. You just have to make your presence felt online. If it's possible, in all the social media platforms, then you have a website that's very fascinating and user friendly. That way, you get to advertise. And from referrals, word of mouth, from clients that we've serviced, they give us word of mouth and give us referrals.
Okay. So, given the sensitivity of your services, have you ever turned down a client?
Have we ever turned down a client? We are a startup. And in startup businesses, this is not the time for you to be choosy and turning down clients. For any corporation that wants to pay tax, you embrace such. So you don't even want to turn such corporations down. We're working for the government, we're working with the citizens. So personally, I haven't had reason to turn down clients.
Okay. So, have you ever had a situation where a customer was angry with you? And if yes, how did you diffuse the situation?
Oh, okay, good. As a consultant, we don't limit ourselves to audit and accounting alone. So we do management, consulting, financial consulting for businesses. And part of what we have taught is on customer service and how to deliver the best, the top-notch customer service to your client. That's the only way you can retain your client and get a second patronage from your client. So from time to time, we deal with difficult customers. It's not every customer that we place on to. So from time to time, we deal with difficult customers.
When you do, what steps do you take to calm them down? Because
the first thing in dealing with a difficult customer is for you to be very, very calm. Be very calm. Don't lose your cool. Be attentive. Bring in your best listening here. Even if you are not hearing what the customer is saying, but make it look like yes, you have all your ears. That's not the time for you to be distracted. And show compassion, show empathy. When the customer looks at you, the angry customer looks at you and says, this man is even listening to me. His first reaction will be to reduce his own tension. So, okay, yes, I have the listening here. So he's listening. Then, as best as you could, suggest a solution. There has to be a solution to every problem. To every anger, there is a solution. So suggest something.
Okay. Then, have you ever worked with family or friends?
Have I ever worked with family or friends? Yes, I have.
Okay, what was the experience like?
Yes, in this business environment, your best bet is actually to get referrals from friends and families. So it's good. It comes in very handy for us, and working closely with friends or families. Yeah, there's a popular saying that keep your friends very close to yourselves because you don't know when you need them. So working with friends comes in very easy for us.
Okay. Would you do business with someone you do not trust or like?
Somebody you do not like. I would say the whole essence of business is all about trust. If I don't trust you, the basis of entering into that business relationship is weak, is at fault, at the issue. So I won't go into business with someone I do not trust. But I also have to look at what are the opportunities. And if I don't trust a client, but I'm looking at beyond that client, I'm looking at are there other business opportunities that may come out from this relationship? If the answer is yes, it's all about compromise. You can just reach a compromise, but that compromise must be such that it's worth it at the end of the day.
Okay. How do you cope doing business in the current climate of Nigeria?
Wow, that's a tough one. Nigeria. Doing business in Nigeria is tough. It's tough, like I said earlier. Only the tough can survive in such environment because the business environment in Nigeria, so to say, is hostile. But we don't have any other way. We don't have any other choice. We cannot run away from doing business. So we must do, and if we must do, we need to understand the environment, we need to understand what it takes to run business in Nigeria. Our number one issue, we're talking here right now, the number one issue is the issue of power. So if you are not a very strong person, you realize that all your capital, your borrowings, all your savings will just go into generating electricity to run your business. So you need to be tough.
With the current status quo now, would you rather keep or change things in 2019?
Sorry, will I
rather keep things the way they are, or would you like to change them in 2019?
for my business or the economy?
Generally.
I believe in change. I believe in change strongly. I believe that you can always change for the better. It's usually said that the largest room in the world is the room for improvement. So for every action, for everything you do, there's always a better way of doing things. So I would prefer to do things better in 2019.
So
we learn every day.
Okay. Who do you consider to be your biggest competitor, and how do you keep ahead of them?
My biggest competitor, I would say my biggest competitor, I have so many of them. My biggest competitor right now are those big four. When I say the big four, you have the Anderson Consulting, you have the KPMG, you have the Deloitte, and Pricewaterhouse. Those are my competitors. Every other competition you have, they were all startups and we're all moving together. So aside those big four, every other person, I don't see them as a competitor now. And what do I do in the face of this competition is first to identify what competition is doing. What is your business environment and what is competition doing? Once you're able to identify what the competition is doing, then you'll be able to step in and offer a better service to your clients.
Okay. Is there anything that has happened recently in your industry that has been a major game changer? And how did you deal with it?
In the industry, rules and regulation keeps changing by the day. There are better ways of doing things, the rules will change, the regulations will change. So the first thing you need to do is to keep abreast with regulations. The way we're doing business 10 years ago is not the way we're doing it right now. So things must keep moving. And we have instances, a lot of business startups, or even established businesses that fail to move with innovation, fail to move with time. And before you know it's the laptop. So one of the key things for any startup business to do is to move its time, move its rules and regulations. This is the era of electronic transaction. Everything you do, you want to do it at the comfort of your home without stepping out of your bedroom. So you must be able to offer your services to your clients with all the ease that it comes with.
What would you do differently in the course of your business?
What would I do differently?
Yes.
Now, presently, I haven't seen any that I need to do differently. But like I said, you keep moving with time. You keep moving with time. I worked in an industry, in the banking industry, where when banking started, it was give me my tally number. Remember that? Give me my tally number where you get your tally. In the morning as you're going to work, you will enter the bank, collect your tally, then you will go to your office, maybe about noon. When you're in your lunch break, you will come back to the bank to find out if they processed your check. That was in those days. Now the bank has moved from that era to an era where you sit in your home and you do your banking transaction. So you keep moving with time.
Okay. If you had a piece of advice for someone that is just starting out, what would it be?
I'll just tell that person, just like Nike has said, just do it. There's no better time, there's no right time to do things. You can never have a perfect situation before you move. So the best bet is, if you have the passion, just do it.
Okay. What is your vision 2020?
Well, in 2018, vision 2020 is to see myself competing with my peers in the industry. As a startup business, you want to see yourself above competition and competing favorably with people in your industry, in the consulting industry, or in the tax and audit industry. You keep it simple.
Alright, thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you very much again
That
for
will
having
be
me.
all on SME Chat. Thank you.
Thank you so much.